Same kind of thing. They have their own language.
Western Sydney bird slang.
Yeah.
Like it's just haps. Double two, double A, brother. Ah.
Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Hittin Different podcast.
Yeah, baby.
We back here.
Let's go.
Christmas is around the corner, as you can see with my hat.
Mate, he's in the festive spirit.
I'm in the festive spirit.
I missed the memo. I can't lie.
Yeah.
I left my Santa hat at home, sadly. But it's all right.
It was last minute. We're not doing a Christmas episode because when this comes out, it's going to be post-Christmas.
So it'll be a bit late.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So it's a post-Christmas episode.
But we can have some Christmas vibes.
A bit of vibes, you know. Here or there. It's a fun time.
Yeah, hope you guys have been good. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content, having a good holiday, hopefully now. You've just had your Christmas, so hopefully you had a good Christmas if you celebrate that. If not, yeah, hopefully you just enjoyed your weekend.
A good Boxing Day as well, hopefully.
Yeah, Boxing Day, get some good sales.
Yeah, bad. Go out there.
For shopping and shit like that. But yeah, I guess we'll get into it.
Yes, sir, ski.
How have you been, man?
How have I been? I'm pretty good. We kind of had a bit of a rough episode last week to say the least. So I'll kind of pick up from there. So we obviously had the weekend away, came back, recorded everything. Then yeah, my week's been pretty chill. Nothing too crazy. Did a bit of Christmas shopping. Had an Oztag game last night. Died. It was a great time. My legs hurt.
Nice.
Even better time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, other than that, I've just been chilling, you know, just living my best life, waiting for the holidays. I guess I'm slowly getting into the Christmas spirit. It's taken me a little while longer than it usually does each year. Yeah. But I think it was around Wednesday this week that I was like, hey, Christmas is around the corner. Yeah. It's almost here.
I didn't really fathom it until yesterday. I went Christmas light looking. And even then I was like, damn, it doesn't feel like Christmas,
it really just doesn't.
Is that what happens when we get our
that's
age?
what I'm thinking. I'm just like, hey bro, what age do you just stop liking Christmas? Oh, not stop liking. I wouldn't say that I don't like Christmas.
Yeah, but you don't get excited.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I feel like there's just nothing going on anymore. You don't look forward to presents under the tree and all that type of shit. And you don't put the sign out the front that says Santa stop here type thing. There's none of that anymore. It's just kind of like, fuck, gotta spend money. I
feel like it's when that's the ish.
No, that's the ish.
Yeah, that's the ish. I feel like it won't start getting better until we start having kids and stuff, and then we start getting excited for them. You know what I mean? And having to plan while it's an ish to do it,
making them have fun, giving them the fun memories.
Yeah,
and all that type of fun stuff.
It's probably when it'll start getting better. You know what I mean?
I get you.
But during these years, we don't really think about it until day before, a few days before, and we're just worrying about the thing we're gonna go do to just enjoy our night, our weekend,
trying to organize where you're gonna be during the days and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got 3 different commitments with other families and shit like that. It's a fun time overall. I can't lie.
It is.
It's a good time.
Just on that little note before we go on, so everyone would have seen I got sunburnt on the last episode if you watched it.
Dead. Yeah.
So I was telling Luke earlier, I got these really bad skin. My skin was about to come off, right?
You had pouches.
Yeah, so I had pouches in my body, to say the least. So I had a shower one night.
Yeah.
And I'm sat there, eyes closed, just doing my mind in my business, doing my thing. And then I started feeling a heavy weight on myself. I'm like, oh, something feels a bit weird.
Yeah.
And I looked down to my chest. And what had happened, as I described to Luke earlier, there was pouches of water that were on my body. So think of a Joey's pouch. That's what happened. The water ripped open the top slit, and then water was building up in little pockets and bubbles on my body.
It's ish.
And it was disgusting. And you could hit the flaps, and the water would come out the top. And I saved this one story fresh for Luke. So what had happened?
Oh no.
So like I said, I was whacking them so water could come out.
Yeah.
And there was one, right?
Yeah.
It was down here, on my lower abdomen region.
Yeah.
And I whacked it, and it wasn't coming out with water. I'm like, that's weird. Why isn't that one coming out with water? And here's the funny part. So I'm hitting it. I'm like, what? And then I started pressing on it properly. I'm like, damn, this shit's really not coming out. What had happened? There was a hole up here, and the water had traveled down and in. So I had to push it through all the way up through my skin to let it come out.
That's disgusting. You should have got a knife or cut it or something. Yeah,
I could have, but I didn't want to peel it in the water and have it just.
You actually had a literal sewer system in your body.
Yeah, of skin.
You had pipes and stuff, plumbing. Bro, you're a full grade plumber by now.
That's how
life's good.
That's how deep the burn layer was from my actual skin, that it could absorb water through my in between layer. Yeah. So I had little pudges of stuff, and I was
that's icky.
pushing it.
So you have to squeeze it. It was
up like a YoPro.
Yeah. Whatever they're called. Yeah. Oh, that's icky. That's icky bad.
Yeah. So that was disgusting and fun.
That was the sunburns, but you're better now.
Yeah, better
life's
now.
good.
Yeah,
Life's
I'm
good
actually
again.
sweet now. I just have a disgusting tan line.
Yeah, that's all right. Though.
But
It's
yeah,
okay.
I'm feeling fine, looking fine.
She'll be all right. She'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
So on the note of yesterday, so I went Christmas light looking, and I also watched Spider-Man for the second time.
For the second time?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So it was better watch this time because the first time was when I like day after sunburn, so I was in like agony and pain, twisting and turning, not really like watching it properly. So it's good to get a second watch of it. But let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So where do we even start?
I don't know. Let's describe. Okay, how was the movie?
How was the movie? Personal, like easily top 3 movies of Marvel that I've ever seen. Honestly, top 3 movies all time. Yeah, all time. I loved it. I can't lie. Like there was a lot of fan service in the sense where, but I feel like that's what Marvel does. Like they make their movies to please the fans. Like they add little Easter eggs and all this little stuff that it means like the casual fans love it, but there's also the really hardcore fans that watch all the theory videos and all this type of stuff that watch it and see it and they're like, oh my god, like that references this and that references that, and it was lit. I can't lie. Like I had the best time watching it. I loved it completely.
There will be some spoilers, guys.
Quick spoiler warning before it all starts, before we get into it, just so we don't say anything.
Probably skip 10 minutes. I'd say 5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes maybe.
Like if you do a little skip, just 2 seconds listen. If you hear anything Spider-Man related, just skip again until you don't hear it.
Just keep going.
But it's been at this point when you see this episode come out, it would have been like what, a week and a half, 10 days, 2 weeks almost.
I'd say give or take.
Maybe 2 weeks.
I'd say give or take 2 weeks. Yeah,
it's been out, so hopefully you've seen it by now if you're actually a fan. Otherwise, I assume you would have as well if you are a fan.
If you're a super keen fan, or you're that bothered about spoilers, surely you would have gone to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if you haven't,
that's just a little warning now. So we're going to speak how we are.
We'll jump into it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie as well. The first time, I think it was because I wasn't really watching it enough and in discomfort. I was like I really enjoyed it. Yeah. But like, I didn't think it was like the best movie I've ever seen. The second time around, I definitely appreciated it more, even the little innuendos and stuff that I probably would have missed because of the way I was.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. I think like the issue with the movie for me is there's so many open-ended possibilities now that like my mind's like, I don't feel like there's closure from it. You know what I mean?
No closure.
Like, I feel like I watched a movie that started on an ish, obviously, because it carried on from the last Spider-Man, and then now it didn't really like close anything either.
Oh, I would say like obviously there's a bit of like, I guess that's kind of the game of the whole thing though. Like you've got to pick up from where you've left off, but also leave yourself something to move on with the next movie with. Because like they've now like teased Doctor Strange into the multiverse of madness so much that it's like whatever that movie is going to be like it's like almost like the first Avengers movie. How the first Avengers movie is one of those points that gets looked at to as like one of the key forming points in the whole movie series type thing. So I'm assuming that this Spider-Man and Doctor Strange kind of combo of introducing multiverse and bringing people across and all this type of stuff will be looked at in 5 years' time as like the key point that started everything. Because once it becomes a more natural thing where you've got villains from other movie series coming across and all this type of stuff, like it could go crazy. Yeah. Like it could go crazy realistically. Like I was looking at a theory, and you know the new Jared Leto movie, what's it called? Morbius. You know the Morbius movie?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So there was a theory that, you know how in Spider-Man No Way Home, Andrew Garfield at one point said like, they would just reach the point where I stopped pulling my punches. So in the Jared Leto Morbius trailer, there's a Spider-Man spray painted on the wall with the words murderer written over it. And it's the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. So there's a theory that the Morbius is in Andrew Garfield's universe, and that's why it's called a murderer, because Andrew Garfield stopped pulling his punches after he lost his girlfriend, all this type of stuff, just went crazy with it all. So like they're looking at like having him in the Andrew Garfield universe, but then at the same time the Vulture was also in the Morbius trailer. So there's so much fucking going on, I can't lie.
Because I heard rumors that Amazing Spider-Man 3 could potentially be in the works now. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, no, I have heard of that. That would be crazy, I can't lie. Like, it'd be cool to just give him his trilogy, I can't lie. He deserves it.
I was going to say, give him his trilogy.
Bad. Oh my God.
It's funny how the audience as well, like, after the movie have switched. Because remember, like, it was all like, Andrew's definitely like
Andrew's
the bottom.
The worst, Andrew's the worst Spider-Man.
And then this movie comes out and everyone's like,
no, Andrew's my guy. No cap.
Oh, shit, Andrew is really good. And like, I never hate, when I, like the Spider-Man trilogy, what's your favorite? Let's
out of like the three Spider-Mans. Oh, I'd say I probably have like a emotional connection to Tobey Maguire, like the Sam Raimi version of Spider-Man, only because like that came out. The first one came out in 2002, so I would have been like 2 years old when I saw it. And then
you wouldn't have been 2 years old when you watched it.
Well, the first Spider-Man.
You didn't watch it when you were 2 though.
I might have. I don't know, because I remember owning Spider-Man 2 and 3 on disc.
Yeah, right.
So like I'm assuming that when they came out, Mum was maybe not 2. I would have been like 3 or 4, but like you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. So like there was like childhood memories attached to that, and then Andrew Garfield was just kind of cool.
Yeah,
he was just a cool guy. I don't know. I used to like him as an actor like way back when. So he was a pretty cool guy. But then Tom Holland. Because I think it's a bit skewed because of the way that Tom Holland has like Iron Man,
Marvel,
and just all of the MCU behind him in that sense, where he's already been featured in so many movies with so many different people, and he's done all this really cool shit that was never done in any of the movies prior to him. I would say he's my favorite only because of what they've done with him, not because of the acting per se or what he actually has done as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I would say Tobey Maguire's my favorite. Just because of nostalgia. I remember watching those Spider-Mans, the first 3, like back to front for so long when I was younger.
Because they're just good movies.
Yeah, they were such good movies. And where was we going to go from that? Because what were we talking about?
We're talking about Andrew.
Getting a third one potentially.
Oh yeah, Andrew getting a third one.
Yeah, that'd be good justice for him as a character.
You know what I liked though? The closure that he got from saving MJ. Yeah, that was so nice because he was like breaking a tear, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm okay. It's okay." I was like, "Damn, bro, you know that catch meant a lot. Like, it was just like that whole thing of like, damn, bro, he's crying he's crying inside right now. Like he's in his feels bad."
The way they integrated Andrew and Tom was so good. I mean, Andrew and Toby was so good.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
I can't lie. Like the whole like just Ned becoming a wizard for no reason. Ned just has wizard powers for apps. Yeah. There's actually I was looking at something and. You know how it joked that Ned was going to become...
Hobgoblin?
Yeah. So how they were like, well, my best friend actually turned evil and tried to kill me. And then everyone looks at Ned and they're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? So Hobgoblin is supposed to be like some like cracked version of Green Goblin. Yeah. It's supposed to be off Zans.
So like I don't know if you know the theory. So now it's resurfaced because it was a meme theory before the movie came out. But now it's become a proper theory, I guess you could say. Yeah. Because... the whole idea now that he's forgot them, he can't remember them. Now there's a reason for him to be mad at Spider-Man because he doesn't have a personal connection with him anymore.
So he can just become
whoever Ned he wants without.
Well, so you know how they're going to MIT?
Yeah.
In the next whatever, like they are going to MIT. So have you heard of the Ironheart series that's coming out?
I've heard of Ironheart, but I don't know what it is.
So it's like a female
Iron Man.
I guess I don't know the lore or the comic like story behind it all completely. Yeah. But she is going to be based in MIT as well. So there is a chance that when the Ironheart series comes out, we do see MJ and Ned back, and even potentially Peter Parker. But at the same time, he's also done out right now. Like because everyone's forgotten him. So he's just.
And he's in New York while they're in Boston.
Yeah. So he's kind of fucked up. I'd be really interested to see where it kind of goes because I was reading something the other day that was saying like it was a person online like it was a review or something and they were saying that they didn't like this version of Tom Holland Spider-Man because it wasn't anything like Spider-Man should be. Like Spider-Man is supposed to be a broke boy,
friendly neighborhood, struggling between keeping his secret identity a secret while also dealing with all of real life problems, all this kind of stuff. Like he's not supposed to be super crazy, super cool, doing anything super weird. And this movie has pretty much all set that whole balance for the next trilogy that he's going to get because he's living on his own, knows no one, is probably just going to be working a part-time job type thing, and it'll really set up the actual Spider-Man story.
Kind of where we picked up in like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, like the Tobey Maguire, like you know how he was living in an apartment by himself, just doing what it kind of picks up from there in that type of sense. So there's so much new shit that can 100%. Come through.
I'm so excited now because I watched a video on the same kind of shit, and I'm so excited now for what is to come of Spider-Man more than the first 3 that have come. Because what someone was saying, like these have established the origin stories of this Tom Holland Peter Parker now. So the first 3 happened not as a Spider-Man, like it's Spider-Man, but it's not Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
It's just kind of establishing him as a character. But now he's giving him a story in a sense. And now he's actually going to be the actual Spider-Man, like you said, where he's
part-time job, working in an apartment, like low-key Spider Boy kind of thing. So the way I think they're going to set up the fourth, not I think, something I read, but I believe as well, is they'll set up the fourth to be like a normal Spider-Man movie. Like not too much fuck around, no Marvel, just him.
Tom Holland trying to get his life together as Spider-Man and figuring it out.
Apparently ideas that are saying like MJ and Thing won't even beat it at all. They won't even.
They won't make a feature.
Yeah, they won't make a feature. It won't be until like 5 or 6 or something.
Where they come back in a few years and he sees them randomly somewhere. And he's like, oh my God, what's going on? What the fuck? Yeah.
So it'd be really cool to see how, if it is going to come out that way, the fourth one where it's just Tom Holland, so like it's literally Spider-Man.
It's literally just Tom. Well, so I was actually, once again, more theories. I was reading this thing and it was saying that Tom made a comment saying like, look, maybe it's time for like me to be done with Spider-Man, but like there's so many more like options. Like you got Gwen Stacy, who's Spider-Gwen or Spider-Woman, and then you've got Miles Morales as like Miles Morales obviously, other Spider-Man. And like he was saying like it could be really cool to have Tom Holland's Spider-Man as someone that's already been through so much. Like he's lost people, he's fought wars, he's done all this type of shit. Yeah. As someone that can now be seen as more of like a role model figure. Yeah. So someone that's not, the whole story is not completely based around like, it's like, hey, it's Spider. Like this movie is going to be called Spider-Man, but it's actually about like Tom Holland teaching a young Miles Morales to become the next Spider-Man, right? To look after the neighborhood type thing. Like you get what I mean?
The thing I didn't get, so remember the reference Jamie Foxx made Electro in regards I thought you were black thing, and it's kind of teeing up the whole I thought about it, like his name isn't Peter Parker. Wouldn't that defeat the purpose of like, because I thought the whole idea of the multiverse was that everyone's like the same but not the same, and they're all Peter Parker, like the same as the Loki series. If you haven't watched that, they're all Lokis with different forms of Loki. Yeah, isn't him being called like Miles Morales?
No, so
skewing that.
So Miles Morales exists in the same universe as Peter Parker, in the sense where Peter Parker is the original Spider-Man in every universe, but Miles Morales also has his own origin story with his own spider bite and stuff like that.
Because that's like in that movie itself, they have different Spider-Mans that aren't Peter Parker either. I get you.
So there's like so each different variation of Spider Person, I guess, has their own origin story and has their own reason for being Spider-Man as well. Like they're not all just Peter Parkers. Because I think in some of the universes where like the other Spider people exist, Peter Parker is just a regular old dude. He's just walking around the streets, chilling, looking at people swinging. He's like, oh, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah. But you know what I'm actually really excited for? I've actually started watching it as well. The Daredevil.
The show series?
Yeah, no, but did you see the
cameo. His cameo
and it's official that he's Daredevil because of the catch that he made with his hand. He caught the brick and all that type of shit. And like, it's cooked. I can't lie.
So the thing with me, I knew it was Daredevil when I saw him on screen, but I didn't realize the depth of it because I didn't watch. I don't know the context behind it and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the Netflix series is cooked. Also, have you been watching the Hawkeye series at all?
No, not yet.
So the Hawkeye series finale came out on Wednesday afternoon at about 7 p.m.
Yeah. Another spoiler, I assume.
So more spoilers. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so Wilson Fisk, who is Kingpin. Yeah. Who was massive in the Daredevil series, returned in Hawkeye. He was teased like the whole Hawkeye series. Finally returned in episode 6, which is the final episode. And he was like a main character in the Daredevil series. Yeah, right. And it's the same actor as the Daredevil series, all this type of shit.
I actually read something about that because there was something about like they typically don't bring back old characters and like the old actors that play those characters. And they brought the exact dude that played it.
They brought I can't remember what his name is. I'm gonna hate myself for it, but it's alright. Yeah. So they brought back Kingpin, but once again, spoiler alert. At the end of that series, they have like this scene where you obviously haven't watched it, but I'll just say the names anyways. Maya, who's a lady in the series, ends up cornering Kingpin right at the end of the episode. Yeah. And like he's just lost his fight with Kate Bishop, who's like the next Hawkeye in training type thing. Yeah, right. So like he's running away in an alleyway and like this Maya girl corners him and like the scene pulls the gun up, cuts away to like a scene of like a building or some shit and you hear the gunshot, but you never actually see him die. Yeah. So there's so much like if they bring in this Kingpin, where are they going to start him from? Because realistically, the 3 seasons of Daredevil, and then inside the Daredevil universe, there was an Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Punisher, the Defenders series.
I watched a couple of those series.
Like there's so much lore and there's so much content that could possibly be brought over that's already been pre-established, that I'm kind of worried that like, because of the way chronologically it'd all work, like where like, because in the Daredevil series at one point they like blow up a building and shit, and like there's bombs and stuff going, and there's all this type of big stuff that if it was technically in MCU canon, there would be other Avengers on that scene instantly type thing.
Because the way it would work, I'm assuming, is they would say they're not part of this world, they're in another universe, and they're gonna bring them. But like, how would they have brought over Daredevil and Kingpin already? Like, you get what I'm saying? How have they done that?
As in, because Daredevil's already in MCU.
Is he already in MCU regardless?
Well, apart from the Spider-Man.
He has
he's
to.
confirmed.
He's confirmed. Because I was going to say maybe he came across for the... But like, how does that happen in the first place? Spider-Man, yeah.
And like, same with Kingpin. So I'm kind of thinking that what they might do is run it from... Because what year is Hawkeye supposed to be set in? Pretty sure Hawkeye's supposed to be set in like 2021 or something like that. I don't know.
Well, this movie, Spider-Man, was 2024, I think I read.
2024 is when it was set?
Yeah.
Mish. Okay, so Hawkeye and Spider-Man were set at the exact same time. Supposedly, they were both set in and around Christmas time. Because the reason we know that is because the Rogers musical... You know how they have that musical?
Yeah.
The Rogers musical in Hawkeye made an appearance in Spider-Man. In one of the scenes. So we know it's based around the same time in like New York, all at the same place.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? It would be really interesting because the place where Daredevil is set originally, it's set like a year and a half after the Battle of New York. So the Avengers,
the first one,
the first ever movie, 2012. Like I said, going back to it, like the main where all this shit kind of starts from type thing.
Yeah.
So realistically, if we're going now from 2012 to 2024, there's 12 years of, and like the Netflix stuff does not last 12 years. It'll probably last like max like 3-4 years worth of content.
Yeah.
So like unless Daredevil's just been running around in those remaining 6 years is doing him, and Wilson Fisk has just been running around doing him for the last 6 years. Like, I'd be so interested to see
how they do it,
what their backstory is, like how they've actually come into this, where have they been the whole time, like, because where was Daredevil when the aliens attacked?
I know,
or like when the Avengers assembled against Thanos, where was Mendham? Like, what were they doing? Like
very fair.
It's there's so many like questions that I think Marvel will honestly leave a lot of them to just up to the fans.
Yeah, because you can't answer everything.
You can't answer everything.
Yeah, at this point now with the multiverse, you can't.
There's too much. There's too much to try and sort out. So a lot of it, they'll probably just tease a bit and be like, we'll kind of give you an answer, but we're not going to give you anything too solid just yet. Because there's just so much going on. I can't lie.
It's like I think we spoke about this a few weeks ago. Where like once you open up the multiverse properly,
it's done.
It's fucked because
it's so done.
Yeah, the possibilities are literally infinite.
Endless.
Yeah,
like
infinite.
Literally, and like I reckon eventually, I wouldn't be surprised if theoretically, in the next 3 trilogies, the Miles Morales we see is the Miles Morales from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, like the animated series.
Yeah.
Because it's possible now that because the animated series has already gone into multiverse and it's now they've put out their second trailer. They're going back into the multiverse again.
Yeah.
Like the Spider-Man has just got out of the multiverse and doing all of that shit.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that in the next 3.
Nothing happens.
There's not another Spider-Man crossover at least, because that would be so cool. I can't lie.
Well, I think they said, not they as in Marvel, but fans are suggesting that something has to be done again with Toby and Thing to some degree. I don't know how they do it and like how big their role would be, but it'd be interesting. I don't know. I think, in a sense, Tom kind of learned. Like Tom Spider-Man, in that sense, kind of learned everything he needed to from them. Yeah.
Like as in, he learned from Tobey Maguire that like you don't kill him. It's not worth it. It's not going to bring people back. Right at the end of the scene when he's about to, I'm not going to lie, I love that scene where Tom was beating the fuck out of Green Goblin. He was punching the fucking lights out of him. I was like, yes, go hard, my guy. Like you could tell it was just bot. It looks sick. I can't lie. But yeah, like Tom's obviously learned that, and then I don't really know what Andrew taught him. I can't lie. I haven't watched it in like a week, so my brain's a bit shot from exactly what happened.
Trying to think as well. I don't know.
I think it might have just been like, it was probably more just towards like
love and stuff.
Yeah, like we've all like everyone's lost stuff before. Like we know exactly what you're going through. Yeah, because there was that scene on the rooftop where Tom turns around to them and is like, "You have no idea what I've been through. I just lost my aunt, da 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 da." And like Toby turns around and is like, "Yeah, I lost both of them and my best friend and this and that." And then Andrew's like, "Yeah, I couldn't catch my own girlfriend falling from a building. Like it's an issue. We get it, bro. Yeah, like we're both on the shits. Oh, it's cool. I can't lie. Yeah." I'm excited. I'm very excited for what they have to come.
Well, I'm very keen for the next Doctor Strange movie that comes out now.
That's May 6th, I think.
Is that? That's the date.
I think they've confirmed it's in early May.
That'll be good.
So January, February, March, April, May. 5 months away.
Because that's Doctor Strange 2, right?
Yeah,
they haven't had another one in a while. Doctor Strange is like, he's been in so much, but not his own movies. Like he did his movie 3-4 years ago now.
Yeah, something like that.
And now he hasn't appeared in anything of his own since. Like he's done every other cameo for Spider-Man, like Avengers, everything, and he just hasn't had his own thing. So I loved the first Doctor Strange film.
Yeah, no, it was so lit.
So I'm really interested to see how the second one goes. Also, this week we had last week the Juice WRLD documentary come out.
Yeah, I think it came out on the 18th.
Yeah,
I think something like that.
Something around there, and I watched it last night, and a little bit this sad boy hours.
It's a sad boy hour. I
mean, it was happy. It was a good documentary, and like it wasn't him all fucked up and depressed. Like, in the sense that for him, but like he's naturally fucked up.
He was just chilling type thing. But it was everyone watching it.
Yeah. And that was fucked up to see. Like the fact he was like snorting perks and shit like that. Ish. I've never seen anyone snort or heard of anyone snort perks, bro.
Bro, you know how we were talking the other day about how much money he spends on drugs?
Yeah.
We were so far off. We were so far off. It's not even funny. I can't lie. Like 20 perks a day. That's dragged.
So dragged.
Like that's dragged. And like perk 30s as well. It's dragged. Like dragged. And he was pouring like lean into fucking soda cans, like
Sprite cans and shit.
Mish.
This guy was on a different level of ish that, like, I didn't even I knew he was fucked up on drugs, but god damn, man was very fucked up on drugs.
Like he was actually fully addicted.
When you see the death note, so if you haven't seen the documentary, they have like a little death note of like what's in your system because they like check your blood out and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do a toxicity check.
Man had like 12 different things in his blood.
He had like promethazine. From what I can remember, promethazine, codeine, oxycodone, weed. He had there was one more. Pretty sure. Can't remember the last one off the top of my head, but he had. He was off.
He was slapped, bro. And it was sad to see. I guess just how quickly it all turned around. Yeah, because he wasn't. What I'm assuming his body would have been like. Obviously his mind's fucked. I'm assuming his body would have been fucked, but like it's a silent killer. Like you don't really feel.
Yeah, you don't see it. You don't see it happening. It's just he's just zanned out like he has always been, and then next thing you know, your body just can't take it much. Vomit. Coughing blood and bleeding through the nose and shit like that.
Yeah,
like it's fucked.
It's fucked. I don't know if you noticed in the Australian scene. So like it would have been 20 minutes before the end of the film, and obviously right before the plane.
Yeah.
He was doing a performance, and like halfway through the performance, he sort of had to come off.
Yeah, he came off, vomited and then
came back on. Yeah, so I don't know if that was something that was regular or that was like an indicative moment.
Towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, indicative moment of like where he's at, like where his body was at.
His body's literally shutting down on him.
Yeah. And like it's fucked up because people say like, why didn't anyone help him? But like everyone else was on the same year. Everyone else was doing perkies. Everyone else was doing lean.
Yeah, just no one realized how much he was doing.
Yeah, how much. Yeah, and like definitely there were enablers in like there for him.
Yeah,
100%.
Because it's such a issue topic because realistically, at the end of the day, he's his own person. He's got his own money. He knows his own plugs. Yeah, like there's only so much you can do about stopping someone before you start to parent them. And realistically, no one wants to be his parent. He wouldn't have let anyone parent him. He would have just been like, "Fuck off! I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, let me do me." And like it's even said in the documentary a few times, like Ali, his girlfriend, was like getting him off lean I'm pretty sure.
She said no lean in the house, and he used to sneak it.
He used to sneak it. He used to like wait until she fell asleep or whatever. And it's like, bro, like at that point, like it's a real ass addiction. And though, like, not to point fingers or anything like that, but those mandem that he's texting saying like, hey yo, go cop me something and wait until she falls asleep. Like those mandem should be like, hey yo, nah. Like chill, like have a Red Bull, bro. Like relax, like it's not that deep.
There were people though that were somewhat good because when he was saying pour 4s, which I learned is 4 ounces of things, they were only pouring 1s and shit like that.
Yeah. So they were trying to.
They understood how bad it was.
But the thing is, though, a 1 is standard.
Yeah, which is
like that's the thing. Like he was asking for the most, and they were giving him a standard amount. So like it's that whole thing of like
they're still enabling,
just not enabling to his degree in that sense. But at the same time, he was so fucked up he couldn't tell. Yeah. Like he couldn't tell if there was a 4 or a 1 in there because at the end of the day, it was lean and he was happy.
Yeah, I think like regardless of like him dying that day or not, he was gonna die an early death because of the way he was going.
100%.
You know what I mean?
No way. Unless he got into serious... The only thing that I could have seen him living was if he had the accident at the airport, made it to hospital alive, lived, and then got forced into rehab. And like literally got put into rehab and they said, you're posted. Yeah. Like you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that'd literally be the only way.
That would be the only way because... He was obviously just in love with the lifestyle. And he wanted to just keep popping Xans or whatever the fuck he was popping.
Like he knew that he shouldn't be doing those things, but like it's just a habit. Like it's literally the addiction. It's addiction. It is what it is.
What he felt comfortable doing. Type thing.
And like there are times in the documentary where you hear him say like, I understand I should be trying to help myself right now. And he said there was a point in time where something switched and he said he was, but like, yeah, addiction's not that easy to just like...
It's not a simple like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, some people it can switch like that, but most people it's not.
Especially with prescription stuff that's got like opioids in it and stuff, because opiates are really fucking addictive. And like, it's just ish. Like it's just a ish bad.
So yeah, like the documentary obviously came out. The album also came out. But I'm hoping like this documentary and stuff was like the end of the Juice WRLD era. Because I don't know, like, I don't want the music to be
he still
tainted.
Has so much unreleased stuff online.
And
that's good.
As well.
It's good as well. It's good and it's online and it's unreleased. So, like...
It's just how it gets released, I think, is my issue. Because if they try to drag it... Because what I personally think, if they're going to do it, make one more album and it's a certified banger.
Of just all of the unreleased stuff that already has like 100 million streams on it. Because there are unreleased Juice songs out there that are hitting hundreds of Ks of streams. Yeah. It just hasn't been put under Juice's name yet.
And I feel like just do that and then end it there. Because I feel like what they've done, based off things I've read and heard, is there were songs that were better and he wanted on certain things, but they haven't done it. And I'm assuming it's because they want to keep dragging out.
They want to... Because like... Theoretically, you got 20 absolute bangers.
Yeah.
You could make one album with 20 bangers, or you could make 4 albums with 5 bangers on each and fillers, which is way more money, way more longevity, and you also get to put out way more music type thing. Like it's just more money overall.
As a business, it makes...
As a business model, it's smart, but respecting him and what he was doing is rude. It's like you shouldn't keep eating off this guy after he's not eating himself.
And they love to do that. They
love it. It's X-pop, Peep,
like,
fucking... you know who they didn't do it with though? Mac Miller.
They did one album with him recently. Yeah, it was a good album.
It was a good album. He died a while back.
3-4 years ago now.
And like I haven't heard anything or seen anything. Like no one's kind of blown up on social media about it, saying like, "Oh, they drag it." Like he actually got nice. I can't lie, but I don't think he was signed to like a rap label in that sense. I feel like these rap labels are out here just trying to make bread. They're just trying to make. But there's also like a whole other. This is coming from like a more business side of things. In theory, let's say you're an artist, you get signed, and then 3 months later you die. Yeah. You've been signed and given an advance of like, I don't know, let's say $1 million. Yeah. In that 3 months, you've only earned back like 200K. Yeah. They still have to make the other 800K back in order to make a profit. So it's that whole thing of, I can get milking music to make your money back. Like I can see it from like their point of view could be like hey, yeah, we spent a lot of money on this guy, and he has not paid us back. He died. He died with that. He died with that loan. So like we need money back type thing. So it's such like a
complicated issue.
There's so many like moral dilemmas going on of like, do you keep taking the dead man's money? Yeah. Even though technically it was your money that you loaned him type thing. Like there's so many issues to be had.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, free my guy, honestly.
So
Alright, Brussels sprout.
Actually,
I was gonna say back on the Juice WRLD thing.
Yeah.
How fucked up it is that Kid Laurie, 15 years old, saw Juice die.
How crazy, yeah.
Like that's fucked.
Yeah.
Like, that's actually fucked.
Yeah, and like he's matured so much in the last only 2 years since that death. Because there was fresh footage of him in 2019, and obviously we've seen him now.
With Juice in the hotel? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Just how much his life's drastically changed and the shit he's been through.
He's so different.
In those 2 years. Yeah, he's so different. Like, he's got a better look. Obviously, it's Hollywood. And
obviously,
LA
you've
money
got designers and stuff with you at all times, so life's just good.
But, actually on that note, when he did the interview, did he seem like off or some shit?
Yeah, he seemed not on it.
Yeah.
In the sense where he had his glasses on. He was
like
kind of slouched. Could have struck me as high.
Yeah.
Or something of the sort. Because like realistically, that's a very intense conversation to be having. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie, if like knock wood.
Yeah.
But if you died, and then like, that's why I knocked the wood. But if you died and then a month later or like 6 months later, some guy was like, hey, yo, I want you to get on and talk about the moment that he died and you saw it. I'd be like, hey, yo, let me light up first. I'll be back. Yeah. Like, so it makes sense, but it's like, hey, yo. I mean, he was wearing glasses. You couldn't tell. You never know. You never know. You never know.
Far out. But yeah, no, well, back to your point. Yeah, it is crazy that he was 15 or 16 at the time.
15 or 16 and saw Mendham die.
Yeah.
In an airport.
That'd be pretty surreal, eh? Because he would have been on such a high at the time.
Yeah, no, he would have been living his best
doing
life.
His thing, and
like,
then that happened.
He just would have been chilling. Like, he just got a feature from him type vibe. Like, life is good. Yeah. Life is good right now. And then life was very bad.
Yeah, very bad.
Very, 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 very bad. Free my guy.
On another note, last week as well, we had Tyron Woodley v Jake Paul fight occur. We won't have to get into it too much, but I'm going to say it was a clean knockout. And you can't disrespect Jake Paul's name, bro.
Oh, okay. Have you seen the? It's like it's so fucked. It's like that whole thing of Woodley drops his hand at the perfect time. I can't lie, and it's that whole thing of it could have just been Jake being really good at boxing and picking the timing when he dropped his hand. Yeah. Or was it rigged because Jake did the little and then he dropped his hand? Look, I'm playing devil's advocate right now, and like when you line up the facts a certain way, obviously you can line up any facts to look a certain way, and edit it can always look different. But when you line it up, so Jake does this, and then Tyrone does this, and then he tonk and he just drops. Like there's no second thought about the drop. Like he cops one hand and drops.
Well, it was a hard hand, bro.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't a hard hand, but I'm saying he ate it. He ate it like Nate Robinson or whatever his name was. He ate the dirt. Like he got munched.
Because it was a hit.
He got munched. I can't lie. And you can see the sweat fly off this kid's head. Like he definitely got munched. I'm not doubting that. But I'm more referring to the sake. Like what is this hand dropping for? As a professional fighter, why are you ever dropping your hand?
But it's happened before to professional fighters.
Happened before, but
it's not like an anomaly. It's like he's the first ever fighter that's dropped his hand on a fight. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
And like people saying this wrist twist, bro, like he was
that's just moving. That's just moving. Yeah, that's just moving.
It's just, I know you're being devil's avocado, but like but like nah, bro, you can't like you can't be a hater anymore because like
I'm not hating. I'm saying people in general.
Because like the thing is like let's say hypothetically this was all bullshit. Yeah. Is he just gonna are we in a simulation at this point? Is he just gonna keep putting on this cap facade of a box? Like, they're gonna keep out, is the idea that Jake Paul goes out of his way, pays all these people behind doors to get clean knockout. So all this is just cap, you know what I mean?
Just cap. It's all
but I don't believe that. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, it definitely, like, I think the reason a lot of people think it's cap is because all they see is it online. Yeah. If you were there in person and you saw the knockout, you wouldn't disagree. You'd be like, yeah, man just got knocked the fuck out. Like, he's dead. He's on the floor. He's passed. So that's why, like, I think if there was more people ringside that were saying it and there was more people in the stadium with video footage or whatever trying to be like, no, he faked it, then I would more so believe it. But the fact that no one at the event, like not even the commentators, any of the like ringside spectators, any of the big content creators that were there. Like no one has come out and said like, oh, it looked a bit sus. Like no one said that. After the Askren fight, everyone was happy to be like, nah, sus bad. Yeah. But now that he's knocked the fight, like no one that was actually there has said anything about it. So it's kind of more believable.
Yeah. Well, he knocked him out before he hit the ground. I don't know. Like
no. He slumped. He slumped. His whole body went and just died. It was finished.
And clocked out. Yeah. But yeah, people love to hate. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't love Jake Paul as a person, but like you have to respect the man.
You gotta respect the hustle, the grind, the effort that he's putting in.
If he like, I don't like. I thought this was gonna settle like the hate for him. No. But I think Jake Paul has a name now.
Any personality big enough to draw attention will eventually get hate. There's no doubt about it.
And he already created valid reasons for people to not like him. Yeah. But I think he's in that sort of a situation right now where regardless of what he does, he's always going to be Jake Paul the fuckwit or like Jake Paul the untrustworthy kind of person.
What's his boxing name? It's like Jake.
The problem child.
Yeah, problem child. Yeah, he's the problem child.
Yeah, that's it.
So they call.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Oh, I saw this. It was like a little shorts thing the other day, and it was like Jake and Logan sitting at their like impulsive thing. They were talking or whatever. And who's the other bloke that's on impulsive?
Mike Malak. Or the one with the
not Mike.
George Janko.
Yeah, George. Yeah. So George is sitting there and he was talking to Jake and he was like, "Hey yo, like damn, like you've had a pretty big year this year. Like you've been doing the most. Like you've fought people, you've done this, done that. Like, goddamn." And Jake's like, "Yeah, no, like I'm definitely bigger than my brother now. All this type of stuff." And he turns to his brother and he's like, "Oh, 2021, yeah, I fought Floyd." Yeah, and just left with it. I'm like, damn. Honestly, there's no way you can't actually beat that. Like, no matter what Jake does in boxing, Logan has fought the best boxer
to exist.
Questionably the best pound for pound boxer to ever exist, but one of the best boxers to ever exist.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's dragged.
It's so dragged.
Like I sometimes forget that Logan Paul is actually out here.
Yeah.
He's actually out here.
Yeah. He's just been on chill mode the last 4 months. Well, but even then, he's been
doing
shit.
He's been doing shit. Low-key shit, but it's been making him bread. I can't lie. Like
men's set.
I saw just on this Logan Paul thing a little bit. I saw the other day he bought like $3.5 million worth of Pokemon packs and was opening them. And I think I might be wrong here. I might have my facts wrong. I might have read it wrong. But I'm pretty sure he opened it all up and got like 10 mil worth of
Charizards and stuff.
Yeah, just like obviously other things. Packs, just stuff out of the packs that were worth 10 mil. And just douche. And I was like, bro, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Like that's like completely fucked.
It's fucked.
Man's bought Pokemon cards and made millions.
The thing with him though, he won't sell it.
No, he'll hold it.
He won't. Because he's smart. He's smart. He knows the longer he holds it. And if he holds more...
That's his retirement plan. Yeah. Keep 3 Charizards in the boot and boom, he's living in Miami for the rest of his life.
Yeah, and I think his idea is to low-key have as many of them as he can possibly hold in the world.
And then once he has the monopoly on Charizards, he's just going to be like, hey, yo, let's go.
Logan Paul's a very smart person.
Give me Mayfair. He's got Mayfair right now. He's loaded up. He's loaded up. No one else has Mayfair. No one's got Mayfair right now, bro. It's done out.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see how that transpires because he does a lot. Like you said, he did the boxing. He obviously likes Pokemon. Moved away from the vlogs now, but he has a podcast. Like he's got other business things in the work, like with NFTs and shit.
Yeah.
He's a very smart, switched on guy.
Would you say this is a weird question, but would you say what is the better investment right now? Yeah, Pokemon cards or NFTs? NFTs without a doubt.
Yeah, the thing with Pokemon is they obviously have established their wealth and. Like they obviously get more expensive with time, but because they're already so highly established, the growth curve, I guess, isn't as much as NFTs will eventually be. That's why just off the top of my head right now, I feel like NFTs will be just because they're so infant right now. Yeah. They're so infant. They're so big. So that like
Pokemon has been around for
exponential can be so much longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So as a whole,
do you reckon? Whoa, this is a weird idea, but do you reckon they're gonna start making Pokemon NFTs?
They can't.
What do you mean?
Like, do you mean the cards?
Yeah.
Nah, because the whole idea of an NFT...
Like a one-of-one Charizard NFT.
Well, yeah, if they make a one-of-one... Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like,
they probably will. Pokemon will integrate for sure. Nah, for sure.
They could cash in on that. Like, imagine you're walking around like the metaverse, just posted, you and your board board 8 yacht club monkey posted you're him walking around the metaverse, boom, throw out a Charizard. Like you'd be the biggest bitch in the metaverse at that moment. Like you'd be so goated.
The thing with Pokemon, if they do it, it has to come from the company themselves.
Yeah.
If it comes from like another third party, it's disingenuous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's ish.
So Pokemon will have to, and they're definitely going to do something with NFTs.
Do you reckon Pokemon have already gone through the effort of like copywriting whatever they need to for NFTs?
Yeah, they have. People have tried making Pokemon NFTs and
they've said fuck off, dog.
So they made like cat Pokemon and it's given some other name and whatever. You can like, because the thing with NFTs, you can't like copyright art because NFTs don't have to be collections; they can just be art as well. So people that have like made Pokemon art, it's calm. But like people that have tried to make Pokemon, they've said
nah, fuck off. Pokemon, get out of it.
Nah. But there's so much to do with NFTs that are like untapped in so many different ways. Like whether it's like Pokemon.
Because honestly, I just thought about that. Like imagine if like one of those companies hasn't gotten the trademarking rights or whatever the fuck they need to do in time, and you just get on that shit, quick shit, and you just make some cooked ass shit, and be like, I'm selling these for like, I don't know, 4 Ethereum a piece or whatever the fuck. However much people are going for them at.
But it's crazy, isn't it?
Honestly, NFTs are it's like a Pandora's box.
Yeah.
There's constantly new things coming out of it. Like you 100%. Never know what the fuck's going to go on.
I've fallen out of like my crypto shit. I need to get back in.
Did you see, shout out my guy Steve Aoki is doing a metaverse New Year's Eve party with NFTs.
Oh, that's lit.
So you have to own that. It's part of like some NFT series. You have to own the NFT in order to get into it. And it's like a live event at New Year's Eve.
That's sick.
That Steve Aoki is going to be like performing for, I guess you could call it. And it's like in like a metaverse type style type thing. Lit. Like it's like
first of its kind, I reckon.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's the stepping stone to slowly more and more things are going to be like this.
He loves this shit. He's been on it for 8 months now, like a while. He's been deep into it. Yeah. So he was one of like the front runners for like mainstream media of people to come in.
Yeah.
He got into like, the Bored Apes, all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, he just jumped on the wave. And because he's been obviously one of the front runners of it, he's been like the NFT community love him as well. So it makes sense why, like, if he loves it, they love him. They would do this kind of collab, you know what I mean?
Performance for the gang.
It'll be interesting. I feel like I wouldn't do that on my New Year's. I'd rather be out
doing shit. But like for those people that don't have the opportunity to, it's haps. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Or if like, I don't know, maybe you could have it playing at your party.
Yeah.
Like set it up on like a projector.
Yeah.
Just have the fucking Steve Aoki NFT party going on.
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty good time.
Well, we spoke about this. Like the whole idea of the metaverse is a bit weird. Like we spoke, we'd rather have our physical interactions. Yeah. Where like depending where this like goes, imagine they have like physical touch and stuff. Like we said, you can start
put on
like
a bodysuit.
Yeah, bodysuit.
Like a complete full
like that's where you might start getting me. You know what I mean?
Has complete like interaction type thing. Like it would be cooked.
Yeah,
it would be cooked.
It'd be Avatar.
Yeah, no, complete Avatar. Like
Avatar.
Complete,
like you know the movie.
Yeah. Complete Avatar type vibe.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Far out.
The Avatar 2 is actually coming out soon.
I think I saw. Have you seen so they've had a human child called Spider.
Yeah, I actually saw that. Yeah,
and there's like the first look leak at it, and he's got like dreads and stuff going on. And I don't know. I remember watching the movie as a kid, like the first Avatar.
Yeah.
And thinking like, damn, this is pretty cool. Like it's pretty haps. But I didn't think it had like
as much hold as it does.
Yeah, like I didn't think it'd have much source behind it.
You know why? Because we're probably too young to understand, but I feel like the grip or like the hold that movie has is the fact of this metaverse idea. It was like, because obviously people haven't thought of metaverse back then, but this was the closest thing to that would have come out and people would have been like, damn, this is something
this is kind of
interesting.
Crazy. But so the whole like reasoning behind why that movie, I guess you could call it, did so well was because it was the first time they ever used like facial tracking technology. Can't remember who the director for the movie was. Yeah. But he pretty much went out and on this movie used a whole bunch of really new CGI stuff, like very new, very improved, like kind of groundbreaking CGI that no one had really ever seen in cinemas before. Yeah. So that's, I think, why it was so fucking like blessed, because everyone was like, oh my God, this is insane, cool. Yeah. We like this. This is nice. Keep doing more.
No, that makes sense.
It's a good time.
On that note, though,
moving back, run it back.
I want to say, so yeah, we're done with that pretty much. I think. Still learning to segue properly. I guess it's just natural. It's just shit. You guys are used to it.
We're moving on.
You see, Vic got engaged.
I did. Actually, where was that?
Dubai, I think. It looked like Dubai.
It kind of looked like Dubai.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was. But like, I was like, bro, because like Luke and I in particular, I know ourselves, we grew up watching these Mendems until like 12, 11 years old, you know what I mean? And we still watch these guys. Yeah. And it's just crazy to think like, fuck, bro, like.
Man's got a girl.
Yeah.
And like engaged girl.
Yeah.
Like
this is just the start of what's going to happen for the rest of the
The rest of them, they're all going to, well, honestly, do you reckon like Frey is currently at home kicking the fuck out of Josh? Like, why aren't you fucking engaged? What the fuck are you doing?
Because he was only with, not only, but like compared to,
he's been with her for like a few years or something, but nothing compared to some of the other couples type thing. Because like, well, who's actually in relationships out of them right now?
Apparently, I didn't know, but apparently everyone except JJ has a girl right now.
That doesn't surprise me. Because Simon has Talia, Josh has Freya. Ethan has that new girl,
her name's
Faye or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then
Vic has his girl.
Vic has his girl. Toby
apparently has a girl.
I think that's
under
Cap.
wraps.
I think that's Cap.
You reckon it's Cap?
Well, maybe not Cap, but like, maybe he has a girl. How the fuck would I know?
Like,
realistically, how would I know?
Yeah.
How would I know? Because like, Toby is by far the most reserved of the sidemen, as in like you only see him in videos. You don't see him
publicly.
Out and about doing things. Like he's not trying to post on his social medias everything he's doing at all times type thing. Like he's just doing him. Yeah. So like there is potential for it.
And then who's the last one?
Ethan, JJ. I think it'd just be JJ.
No, Ethan, JJ, Toby, Vic, Josh,
Harry.
Simon, Harry.
Oh no, Harry's single now.
Yeah, I thought this is what I mean. I thought there was more of them single, but someone made a reference like JJ's the only one that can do girlfriend like non-single shit.
The 20. What was?
Oh no, I actually saw. No, Harry has a girl.
Oh
yeah, I actually saw something on TikTok the other night.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. He's a pretty good going bloke.
Yeah, apparently Luke's his Australian lookalike.
Shoe
on our TikTok, not all I get, but like in regards to Luke, all I get, like pretty much all we get is fucking this guy's a
Road to Shore lookalike. Oh my god!
Yeah. I personally don't see it.
I don't get it either.
Yeah, like blue eyes, white with like blonde hair. Like it's the most like racist. I get like
racism.
That is racist. Yeah.
Racism.
You guys are racist.
Making cultural assumptions. You're dogs. Straight rude. I swear.
Yeah, apparently you have that lookalike. I don't see it, but yeah.
I think it's more the cooker vibe. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
it's a vibe. I think it's just a vibe.
On the most recent
TikTok that we made.
Yeah, not recent. Yeah, but like one of the more recent ones we did of the sunburn one, my sunburn. There were just comments like not bashing Luke, but
not bashing. Yeah,
they were just
making
like,
comments. They were making comments.
Like, yo, that guy is fucking cooked. Like,
to be fair though, we had a long weekend.
Well, obviously, if you watch the YouTube video or you listen to the podcast, you guys know we had a fucked up weekend.
It was a lot.
And it was a hungover podcast.
Yeah,
whereas the TikTok comes out as a 40-second clip with no context.
Yeah, so
they just see this guy,
this cooked ass dude, been like, "Hey, yo, put some effort in, bro. Like, what are you doing? Get up, bro. Wake up. Like, hey, leave me alone, please."
It's funny.
I'm struggling out here. I can't lie. It was a rough time.
Yeah, it was a rough weekend.
It's okay though.
One more thing.
Yeah, Soski.
We're getting older.
We are.
You know what else gets older? Dinosaur eggs.
Dinosaur eggs.
That was a shit segue. But
all my homies love dinosaur eggs.
I don't know if you guys have heard. Yeah, dinosaur embryo discovered in fossilized egg.
It was the most complete embryo discovered so far.
Yeah.
In all of human history, it was discovered back in the year 2000. Well, the egg was discovered back in the year 2000, but only recently did someone. I think it was in 2015. I think someone
in a museum.
Yeah, in a museum was walking past it. Said, "Hey, yeah, that looks like a bit of bone." So they cracked this bitch open, and boom, there was a whole ass motherfucking dinosaur in that bitch. That was between 65 and 72 million years ago.
Yeah.
I think was the
72, 66. Yeah, 66 to 72.
Yeah, 66 to 72 years ago. So million years.
Yeah, million years.
Million years. Sorry, let me just clarify. And yeah, it's kind of like the first ever whole dinosaur I think we've found.
Yeah, which is crazy. But they can't. It's dead, right? Like,
no. So have you seen a photo of it? It's literally it's just rock.
Yeah,
I can't lie. It's just rock with some bone in the middle of it.
Yeah. Well, like when I first read it, like
you were like, hey, yo.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, have they actually found an actual dinosaur
wrapped in tree sap or some shit?
It's
dragged.
I was like, there's no way, because like I remember that night I went to sleep thinking like, fuck, we're gonna have pterodactyls in the air soon or some shit.
Man.
Because apparently this one's a bird. I think it's a 2-footed dinosaur with wings and shit like that.
So it was like a dinosaur version of a little chicken or some shit.
And Oviraptorid.
Oviraptorid.
Two-legged birdie type dinosaur. That's what I've written.
Two-legged birdie type dinosaur. Honestly, that's big house.
But yeah, it was named Baby Yingalang. It was found in southern China. Mm-hmm. But yeah, how crazy is that?
Do you think, like, getting into genetics and stuff, do you think that we will ever be... Because I guess it kind of starts with cloning. So once we can get cloning done, you can look at cloning older species using their DNA. So I think realistically we'd have to start with humans first. Or maybe not cloning humans, but cloning something...
They've done sheep. Did you know that?
I have heard about it.
In New Zealand, like 4 or 5 years ago, they were doing sheep.
I have heard about it.
New Zealand? I don't know,
one of them.
But yeah, they were doing sheep. I definitely know sheep have been attempted to be cloned on.
Yeah.
I don't know how successful it was.
Because I feel like all sheep are just sheep.
Well,
like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you need something with enough personal characteristics that it's not just another pig or another sheep. Like it actually has it looks the same as the thing that you're trying to copy.
Yeah, well, I think the idea with the sheep was just, can we even get like 1-to-1? Like, can we get one sheep? Because I don't think they got another sheep to... Like, I think they made the other sheep from the clone.
They just made it completely out of...
sheep.
They just got an embryo and... birthed it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know actually.
Like, do you know what I mean? It's such like a weird.
It's not like you can go up to the sheep and go, "Yo, brother, what's your name?"
Because you need to have. Because that's another thing as well. Can you clone consciousness?
You can't. I don't think you can.
Well, like by theory, what is consciousness?
If you clone the thoughts of like the exact thoughts of someone.
Yeah,
then consciousness. Yeah, like you can clone, consciousness is a thing of like living beings, right?
Yeah.
Like we can say pigs are conscious.
Pigs are conscious.
Do you reckon? To a degree. I feel like every living thing's conscious, right?
To a degree, but I'd also say...
Like a tree's conscious.
No, you're saying anything.
Nah.
You're saying anything.
What do you mean?
I would say being conscious... Okay, I think there's a difference between conscious and self-conscious.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you could say a tree is conscious because it's alive.
It's alive, yeah.
But yeah, being self-conscious is a completely different thing because you've got to understand it's. I would say something is conscious when it starts asking like existential crisis type questions, like why am I alive? Like what am I here to do? Like what's my goal in life? Like what is the point of life? Like what is my reason for living? Why are we the only people on earth? Type do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but they'd have their own existential questions, I guess.
You reckon? Like chickens running around like a pen, being like, damn, bro, why am I laying eggs?
Yeah. Well, maybe not like that.
Maybe
but
not like that, but they're actually sitting there.
Because their own issues are relative to them. You know what I mean? Like an ant wouldn't be thinking about like, fuck, what happens if the nuclear power reactor blows up all over the world and we all die? Because his world doesn't.
It's not existent in his world. His world is boot and floor, and it's just life is good.
Floor, dirt.
Yeah, life is good. Life is good, and some leftovers. It's a good life.
Like. Again, not the best example because an ant probably isn't the most conscious being ever in the regard we're trying to speak of. But like what I'm trying to say, if it was, its relative existentialism wouldn't be.
Do you think dogs are self-conscious and like cats? Because I feel like pets, once they've spent enough time with humans, begin to pick up human traits. Like everyone, I know so many people with dogs that act like humans. Like they'll sit up on the couch and then they'll go and do things and they'll like walk around with humans and they have set eating times and all this type of stuff. Like
I think it's more behavior and mannerism, like in regards to like repetition. They're not really like thinking what they're doing. They just do it. You know what I mean?
Because they've been told that that's the right thing to do. Or like not told, but they know that that's the right. They don't get in trouble for doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because I learned this thing in uni about behavior in regards to like how people learn habits and stuff like that. And there was one where it was about like it was done on dogs and like the very unethical now. It was done in like 1960s.
Yeah.
But like they punished the dogs. Like so, there was two things that needed to happen. Like the dog couldn't eat the food. I can't remember the exact example, but like let's say the dog had to eat food or not. Every time it ate food, you'd punish it. And it's like the idea of like, it's learning based off punishment or based off circumstances.
I get you.
So like you said with the dog, if it's getting yelled at every time, it doesn't know what it's getting yelled at. It just knows like there's a reaction from something happening.
Yeah. That
I shouldn't do X, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Getting deeper again.
Yeah.
You know how dogs react to emotion and not like the actual word you're saying. How you can just say anything to a dog, but as long as you say it in a happy sense, like they'll jump around and wag their tail.
Like, I killed my mum. It will.
I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Yeah. Like it's just haps. It's just haps. But like, do you think animals have each species of animal has their own language?
So did I speak to you about this at all?
I don't know if it was you or someone else, but I think we might have a little bit.
I remember I had this conversation with someone else, but I thought I'd reiterate it to you. Like, I genuinely thought like animals could talk to each other. In regards to like not obviously English, but they talk and
they
understand.
have an animal language in that sense. Like birds could speak to I don't know, fucking crickets or some shit. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, not a universal animal language.
Oh, not a universal, but just between species.
Yeah, between species. Yeah. Like you and me could talk to each other, but someone in China and me couldn't talk with each other. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So same kind of thing. They have their own language.
Western Sydney bird slang.
Yeah,
like it's just haps. Double A, brother.
The magpie.
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Fuck.
No, I was just saying that. What the fuck were we talking about? Yeah, I thought they had like a language between each other that they understood. But someone was telling me like, "You're an idiot. Do you actually believe that?"
You're just an idiot.
I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, they just talk off instinct and behavior rather than like actually.
There's
talking.
no language. Yeah, it's more just based off body language, emotion,
like how they react and things, like rather than actually speaking to each other. And like, I guess that is their form of communication. But like, I was not adamant, but I was pretty.
But they could have like a somewhat kind of conversation. Yeah.
And like she asked like, "What do you think?" They go like, "How's your day been?" I'm like, when you put it like that, it sounds a bit dumb.
Like that, it's like dumb. But like at the same time, like surely like a husband squirrel comes home after collecting nuts all day for his wife and baby squirrel. And when he comes into the tree, the wife should be like, "How was your day, honey?" Or some shit like that. Like surely
what's cooking?
Surely there's a little like. And then the other one's like, and then it just happens, and then they go on with their lives type thing. Like, surely there's like a, hey, how you doing? Or
and that's what I argued. And like, this is where it's complicated because it is talking, but it's maybe not talking to how
it's not like human talking.
But it's still like, yo, you good?
It's still an exchange of
verbiage.
Yeah, verbiage bad. Yeah,
but it's not actual.
It's not actual. Oh damn, bro. I actually really love to like study animal science, or like just the brains of animals, just because it'd be so cool.
I don't think we'll ever be able to learn it though, unfortunately.
I mean, Dory learned how to speak to whales. That was pretty haps, I can't lie.
Not really, but
not really. Well, no.
Yeah, she actually does.
Yeah.
My bad, Dory.
My guy Dory.
Yeah, actually did.
Yeah, Finding Dory came out and plugged that plot hole straight in the butt. They said, "Nah, bro, she grew up with a whale. She knew from day one how to talk to whales."
Yeah.
Oh, free my guy, honestly.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? Like, how long are we going on here?
How long have we?
An hour 6.
An hour 6.
We'll quickly run on one more thing.
That's a good time.
We had this talk while up at
Coughs.
Oh
no, Coughs. New Zealand, Newcastle. Yeah.
And do you know what I'm about to talk about?
It
was meant to be. So it was going to come from the tortoise conversation.
The tortoise conversation.
I mean, it was meant to come from the dinosaur conversation about being old and stuff. Yeah. We're going to segue.
We segued.
Tortoise. Yeah. So like things being old, tortoises. Haha. Segue.
Haha. Lovely. We love that. Okay. Moving on.
But like we just deep this thing on the weekend where like tortoises have lived like
long, like 100. What was it? Was a specific tortoise that we were talking
115
about.
years old or something like
127 or some shit. Like it was an old ass motherfucker. I'm like shot 127. That's back in the 1800s.
Yeah. How fucked.
Like, that's actually fucked.
Yeah.
Like, 1800. You say the 1800s to someone, they're like, damn, bro, that was millennia ago.
Yeah, long.
Millennia ago.
This
1800s.
Yeah.
That's cooked.
And this tortoise was living. Like
posted. He was going.
And he's still here right now.
He's still moving.
How crazy. Like, we fathomed it. The one example Luke brought up was World Wars.
Yeah, World Wars. This guy lived through Hitler. He lived through... Who was the bad guy of the First World War?
I know, but it was World War One.
World War One, World War Two, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like this guy's going through the trenches, like all the shit in the Middle East and everything like that. Like man is going through the most right now.
Crazy.
Also, how do you age a turtle? Like you know how with a tree you can count its rings. How do you age a turtle? How do you know this
well,
turtle
this
is
is what we
127
talked about.
years
Yeah.
old?
So they must have like a carer that passes on to them.
Yeah.
Like
it's like a logbook.
Oh, this is
It's
something
like a
else.
turtle logbook. That's crazy, yeah.
This is something else we talked about. Like
Yeah.
the fact that obviously a human's going to die before this tortoise does.
This has been through generations.
Yeah, he's seen generations of humans as well. Like he's been through like literally everything.
Like it's actually cool.
There's been carers that have like he's probably had 2 or 3 carers that have passed beyond this time to this 4th one he has now.
Yeah.
Like
he's just chilling with this carer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
how
actually
fucked
cooked,
up.
I can't lie.
Tortoises actually are out here for long.
Bro, do you reckon they took the turtle to its funeral? Like they pulled up and like the carer's funeral. They just pulled up like it was with him from birth to finish.
Damn.
Turtle still there.
That's fucked. And like, how do they like one keep track of it? Like you said, move it from place. Does it just stay posted now where it's more than likely going to stay? Like, if there's a zoo,
does it just stay in the zoo forever for like the rest of its life?
Yeah.
Like, why not just send it back out, bro?
Yeah.
He lived. He lived till now. He can live some more. Leave him alone.
Yeah. Because like when they've picked up this dude, like like obviously there wasn't like a carer.
Yeah.
From day dot he was born. If he is 127, he would have been roaming at some point, and then now he's like wherever he is or she.
I've got some more kind of. I know we've waffled for so long today, but like obviously turtles are an ocean species, and I feel like things in the ocean can live a lot longer than things on land, just because there's a little bit less in the ocean in terms of external factors that can kill. Like if you're on land, you got hunters, you got
in that regard,
type of stuff.
Yeah. But like,
so I'm saying, how old do you reckon there's some like creatures down in the depths of this ocean?
Oh, I've heard there's
that are like
fucked up
old
shit.
And they're like cooked.
Yeah,
they're like out here like Kraken style.
Well,
things.
I was gonna say, wasn't there a Kraken that was discovered? And they found
giant
dead.
squids.
Yeah,
it's giant squids.
I feel like there was something about that where they mentioned the giant squids
had marks on it.
Yeah,
that it had been in a fight with something else just as big.
Yeah.
And it's like, brother, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do you actually fucking mean?
Yeah.
Imagine being out in the ocean and boom, giant tentacle rips your ship underwater and you're just dead.
Done.
Like you're literally done. That's your life finished.
I think the thing with those, which is like a calming aspect, is they're usually very deep down in the ocean. You have
to be deep.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why humans haven't gone deep?
Well, we physically can't, which is crazy as well. Again,
it's like because of pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember I've watched heaps of videos, but I remember one vividly with the Mariana Trench, like how far people have actually gone, and that's still not relative to the depth of what it actually allegedly is, because no one still even knows how deep it is. But
we have, I think, pretty rough estimates.
Rough estimates.
Yeah, just because of like technology and everything and how far it's come. But like, what do you like? If there's shit living down there, it's fucked. It's scary.
Fucked,
and it's because to be able to live down there, it'd have to be so fucking strong, and so dense, and live in complete darkness, and it would
live
have
off
to
very small
live off minimal shit.
Yeah.
So like,
it's fucked.
It's scary.
That would be like if you had to die in space with like an astronaut suit, right? Obviously, so you don't just get chucked up and explode. Or you had to live the rest of your day somehow living down the ocean. Yeah, I'd rather go to space.
Oh, I don't know. Bro, space is empty.
Yeah, but like, it's fucked. Like,
like when you really think about it, if you're in space, you're literally surrounded by nothing.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you get shot off, like you can't see Earth anymore. You're just in space.
Oh, like blank space.
You're just in space.
Oh,
like
damn.
Hundreds of millions of miles away is the closest planet. So you see nothing but stars type thing. You're just floating. That would be so.
Yeah, no, that's fucked.
That's fucked.
I would not want that.
That would be beyond drag.
I didn't think about it. I was thinking more chilling on the moon or something.
Just chilling on the moon, just posting. Set up a chair. But like, put the flag down. Just post up.
Yeah.
Gang. Oh, should we get a hidden different flag for the moon? It'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Send her up there.
It up. Oh wait, like actually send one up.
Yeah, we'll just send one. Oh,
lit
can't be that hard.
It's
by a model rocket.
I'll speak to Elon.
Get some
when he goes up.
Give him a call. Like, hey, yo, brother. Oh, yeah, no, actually, Bezos has been flying around recently as well.
Oh yeah.
Speak to Bezos as well.
There's more options now.
Yeah, we got 2 options. Honestly, we'll make him fight. Yeah. So he sees the better deal for us. Yeah. Good halves.
Anyway, we are running a bit over time. I think we'll end it here.
We've waffled for quite a bit.
It is a bit longer because this is our last episode for the year.
Yeah.
We have next week off like we'd said last week. So we're going to relax. Maybe you see something on YouTube special.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
But yeah, one thing I wanted to say as well, very, very last minute chuck in here. So yeah, I was meant to have guests on in Newcastle. They fell through because of all the plans that happened and whatnot. But okay, TikTok, you got to do your thing here.
TikTok's going crazy.
Hey.
This is a special shout out to TikTok right now, gang.
Hey, I had Tiger Lily and Timmy Trumpet both read and react to my shit on the Hittin Different page.
Oh,
but no response. Let's blow this up.
We actually gotta
see if we can actually get
Tiger Lily
or Timmy Trumpet just to comment something. I don't know, like
just
get them on.
Like, get them on.
Tiger Lily, funny story. When we were 19, I shot her a DM. Like, yo, can you DJ at our party? And she actually replied. She's like, where's it at? Whatever. Yeah. And then I told her, I'm like, I didn't think you'd reply, whatever. Yeah. And she's like, I'm not going to lie, I can't. I'm like, I didn't anticipate you.
I didn't actually expect it. It was a crazy thought process at the time. Yeah. Like, damn, imagine.
Yeah. So, like, we're friends, you know?
Yeah,
like, we're friends.
We're broskies. Yeah. In previous messages. Yeah. So, it's all right. Honestly. And so there's no need to break the ice.
Yeah. So, but the disrespect for her to not reply again, guys, blow this shit up.
Come on, please.
Blow it up.
Bless your souls.
But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys had a good Christmas, a good holiday. If you don't
support, we're coming out after Christmas.
Yeah. Yep. Hope you guys enjoy your New Year as well, because we won't be here for a New Year's. So enjoy your New Year's, drink, do whatever you need to do responsibly. Don't kill yourself.
Yep. Stay safe. Look out for your friends.
Yeah.
Always have a plan B. Brought to you by New South Wales government.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Have a good night though.
Yeah.
Long story short, make sure you wake up. Yeah. January 1st, hungover as fuck, because that way you can only go uphill. Yeah. That's the best theory. Start of the year, you can only go uphill.
Yeah. Damn, what a year it's been. What a year
it has been.
Yeah. So it's been ups and downs. But hopefully a great 2022 to come. A bit preemptive in saying that because you have to wait a week after these episodes come out. But anyway,
life's good.
Here we are. So thank you guys for watching, listening, and viewing. I hope you did enjoy the podcast.
Yes, sir.
And that'll be us, guys. So
gang.
We shall be out. Peace. See you guys. Bye.
That was good waffle, I can't lie.